Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Rukun podcast.
Yay.
So today I'm joined with my amazing, lovable, I love you
I love you
co-host,
too. Hey
Naya.
guys. It's been a while since I've been on here. I took just a short break to figure some stuff out. But we're back. We're better than ever. Yeah.
Yeah. So today's episode is going to be okay. You know what? We'll start with a base of, let's say, social hierarchy within education systems, right? Would you care to brief us on that before we begin?
Of course. So, originally, when I was going through topic ideas to pick like a certain topic for this podcast, I chose this one because it's one that isn't as obvious as the other topics we've talked about.
Yeah.
Obvious as in it's there, it's everywhere. Social hierarchy exists within multiple different places, and nobody really notices that. And it affects multiple people without them even knowing that. And especially in education, where you see that some people are more privileged than the others for absolutely no reason, maybe just because of their class, or maybe because of their age, or because of their gender, because of their race. There's always something going on. So that's why I decided to sort of touch on that topic today.
And you know what? I'll even give you a different perspective on this. I feel like that's a social hierarchy in an education setting, but I think there's some sort of a hierarchy in education. Some might call it normal, and that's just how life works, which is how much a teacher's opinion matters more than a student's, even though I'm gonna be honest, I just came back from Wise a couple
we love the outspoken queen.
Yes, so it's what I've seen there, what was spoken about there, it's insane how much teachers get a say in these things in education.
Exactly.
While logically, by common sense, we're the ones on the receiving end. These teachers aren't receiving any of the education. Why do they have such a higher rank in all of this? Why are they seen as more valuable?
Yeah, exactly. Our opinion doesn't matter as much just because we're younger, maybe because we're less experienced. That's right, but we have another perspective because we are on the receiving end.
Yeah.
There's always going to be different perspectives from different students, different teachers. I'm not saying that the opinions and perspectives of teachers aren't to be taken account of, but we are the ones who the change is going to be impacting.
Yeah.
That's why we should be focusing on us more. We should be more outspoken, and nobody really focuses on that because, well, our frontal lobes aren't developed, or we're just too young to understand what's going on. No, we have the same opinions, the same value in society as teachers or grown-ups.
So just an FYI, guys, it's gonna be more of not question interview type of podcast. It's gonna be just more of not a rant.
Yeah, it's just a conversation between
Yeah.
two peers.
Yeah, that share the same beliefs, and we're gonna share these beliefs with you, so you feel like your voice matters more.
Yeah.
Because in this sort of environment, it's very common for students to feel like they're less than just because they're students. So, do you have maybe any experiences with that?
I think I do have some first head-on experiences with that in my school environment, but what I'm gonna be talking about is when me and Dana went to Singapore together for the
Singapore.
as student leaders for there's an organization called Teach for All. We went as student leaders to a forum about shaping a better future for students. That's the thing. The name in itself is shaping a better future for students, and most of the people, 90% of the attendees in the forum itself, were teachers. There were maybe 7 students, and we were part of them. We two of us, and 5 other people who aren't even students. They're high school graduates and uni. Yeah, people who are already graduated. There weren't many students. I just sat there thinking, questioning, asking myself, okay, if it's about students, if our opinions matter so much, and if you want to make a better future for us, why are there so little students here? It's maybe 100 people, more than 100 people were there. Most of them were teachers, organization leaders, which I get that everybody's opinions matter, and everybody has everybody has beliefs and thoughts that they can share to shape a better future for students. But the main it revolves around students. You're gonna have to take their opinions, their perspectives, and even then I felt like we didn't really have that big of a role. because most of the major talks were prepared by people who, like I told you, like teachers and organizations or whatever. They weren't prepared by us, like actual students. Maybe we got like 5 minutes to share like experiences of ours. Like yeah. There were, yeah, but like not me.
Lisa.
Yes, Lisa, but like she's a teacher.
She is.
She's a teacher. She's talking about her classroom as a teacher. She wasn't talking as a student.
Okay, so now I do have like some points I agree with this and some I don't.
Yeah.
Like at first I do agree. I feel like in these sorts of environments where our conversations are centered around the future for students, why we don't have more students is beyond me.
We're
I don't understand.
experiencing it like firsthand. We're the ones
Exactly.
who know exactly what the problems are and exactly what has to change.
And I'll be honest, like from a point of view of like we are students and let's say student leaders, students who are given the opportunity to represent
lead,
other
yeah.
students. Yeah. So when I do see these environments, some may argue it's because most students aren't mature or they don't know what's going on or they'd be confused or something like that.
But that's a stereotype at the end of the day.
Number one, that's a stereotype. Number two, I don't think there has to be a good condition to be able to give your opinion. And I think if you find the people who really want to give their opinion, they really are interested in what we are saying and what these like, and really like telling you what they're experiencing and how you can make it better, then you shouldn't like find someone who's like a specific student who knows how to deal with adults or something like that.
Exactly.
I think that's a wrong belief. Second thing, about like there being a lot of adults. Now, I think in like my ideal situation would be to have, let's say, 3 to 4 from each field, because obviously they have experience, and experience really like it gives you a better idea of things.
And they were students once.
Exactly, they were students once. But what my thing is, the experience because most of them are old people, right? The experience that started 50 years ago with students and classrooms, 50 years ago, women weren't allowed to do like most of the things. So you're comparing people who were students back then to students right now. It's like it's like a different struggle. You had a struggle at your time and we had a struggle at our time. Now, if I am allowed, I would like to share my experience as a student being underestimated.
Go on.
You viewers, my beautiful viewers, might believe that because I do the things I do, I'm not underestimated.
We do that because we're underestimated.
Let me tell you.
We do that to show ourselves, to shine.
Like, Rukun has been going on for a good 2 years. Our Instagram has been going for a good... we have evidence that we are doing things. We have the podcast. Now, I wanted to start Rukun in my new school, right? In my high school. It took us a whole year and a half, and I wouldn't say we're stable right now. We showed receipts for everything. People just underestimate you, and sometimes when what you do doesn't, like, let's say, contribute to their personal benefit and gain, they don't want to help you because you're a student, right? Now, if a teacher were to do the same things we were doing, then other teachers would help them because they're teachers. But because of us, they don't get a personal gain in this.
They see us as littler than like...
Yeah, less. Like, it's so unbelievably toxic, this thing I've been through. The teacher was like, just like throw them to another teacher. Like, we don't want to deal with them because we didn't go by the name of like whoever this person was. We didn't go by them, or we're under her, so she just didn't want to help us. She's like, just like throw them to anyone else. Isn't that crazy disrespect?
It's really crazy, and to battle something like that, you're going to need help from said higher ups in the hierarchy. For example, Dana was just talking about how it took her so long to start Rukun in their high school. I've been in my high school for like 4 months now. I'm starting Rukun next month. I'm starting Rukun in my school next month just because I have supportive teachers. I have teachers who actually want to prove that students' voices can be heard and have to be heard to make a difference and a change. It's just like there's a vast difference in those two environments that just show you like, oh wow, this is like, it all comes down to these said higher ups in the hierarchy making a change or a difference in said environment. Not only about the students themselves, it's about the teachers too.
Yeah. No, we do have a supportive teacher. Like, I'm not gonna make it seem like we're alone in this. We have Miss Baina, she's great. But the fact is, there's no one other than her
Exactly.
It's like sometimes it's too much pressure on her. Even her, that no one helps her.
Yeah, but for me, that's the thing. You may who helps you? What
Miss
she's
Baina, she's
yeah, what
Maharat.
she maharat exactly. She's skills and activities. Who I have helping me is the social and mental health counselor. I have literally the entire school, like just like everybody is working on it with me. Everybody's supporting me. That's the difference. See, that's the difference. Taking me such a little time to just start up Brooklyn. Like I've already handed out brochures. I've already gathered my team. I've already set everything up. I just need to start the sessions. And it took her a year and a half to do that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry for you.
Guys, but you know what? This is just like a sort of message that no matter how long the journey takes, it doesn't matter if
It's
it
the
takes you a
destination that
year and a
matters.
half and it takes you a couple months.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm like flexing right now.
It's all right, guys. You know, everyone's journey is different.
Yeah.
Now, you know what? On the topic of hierarchies,
Yes.
could we speak more broadly?
As in workplaces, as in like at home hierarchy.
As in whichever you decide to speak about.
Honestly, I feel like first we have to speak about the at-home hierarchies because this like sort of like relates to the debate Rukin had last episode about like the gender inequalities and whatever. There is a type of hierarchy going on at homes. Hierarchies, well, maybe if it's a certain family member, maybe if it's the family member is male or female, maybe if the family member is the breadwinner or not. It makes such a vast difference. So, what do you think is a prime example of that? Hierarchies at home. It's okay, be free.
Mama, Baba, listen, this isn't about you. I think hierarchies go further than just like me personally. At home is just me, my dad, and my brothers, and I, right? I think you want to look at it broader, like family hierarchy. It's of course. I'm not telling you that you have to disagree with your grandparents or your older uncles.
But sometimes you're taught to just like blindly agree with them just
Yeah.
because they're older and they deserve more respect than you do.
I think this goes beyond like hierarchies. It's just like people's concept of age and what comes with age is just so weird to me. Like, why do I have to blindly follow and say yes and just go with what this person in front of me says just because they're older than
Why
me?
are we basing maturity off of age? You can be 16 or 15 years old and be way more mature than a 40-year-old. It doesn't work that way. We base stuff off of like such a bad stereotype. Like there's no point in
Right,
it.
and I'll tell you this. It's like their image. Like, for example, when we went to Singapore, did anyone expect we were high school students? No, because
I was
we
14
were
at that
mature.
time.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
14. I was 15. When we told people, they were so shocked. They were like, "Oh, I thought you were like
My
uni."
students were like you.
Exactly.
What do you mean? Your students
Are
me,
like
you're
us.
just not hearing them out.
Exactly. So when they have this image of us before they know our age, like, oh, these people are so good, these people are so smart, and then when they start to know, it's like it changes just because of the age factor. Nothing has changed except you knowing our age. Why does that change anything to you?
I remember this one guy, like we had like breakout sessions, like breakout tables and whatever. I sat down on a table with this guy. We were like going around, like everybody was introducing themselves, and it came to me like I was the last person. I was just sat at like the end of the table. Hi, I'm Naya. I'm 14. I come from. You're 14? You're 14? No way. No way. You're 14. I thought you were older. Oh my God, you're so inspiring,
Don't.
buddy. Buddy, like it's after that it automatically set their standards for me. It automatically made them like more wary of what they're saying around me because after before they found out what my age was, they were speaking freely, they were speaking about everything, but after they found out my age, they tried to curate the conversation to match the stereotype of my age.
Oh my God! And when for example, they'd listen to you more, or
Exactly.
they'd be like,
They're like,
oh yeah, like they make your
you're
whatever
so
you're saying
smart.
so
Exactly.
bigger than it is, only because you're a student saying them.
glaze, the
Yes,
glaze,
yes,
what
yes,
the
yes, yes. I don't want to be treated as better or worse. Can we not be treated as
I want to
equal?
be seen as your equal.
That's it.
Look, guys,
Not
as your
like-
equals, but I do believe that equity is better than equality. like giving people more based on what they actually need.
Yes.
Like the students, they need more they need more of a spotlight in a conference that is held about students.
Okay.
Yes, but we are to be seen as equals with the adults.
Like,
Our
don't
opinions.
change
Yeah.
the style of what you're saying and how you're saying it. Don't change everything about you just to fit that I'm a student.
Yeah, exactly. So, we've spoken about all of that, but how do you think people can actually battle those hierarchies, especially in households? How can we battle them? How can we oppose them? How can we rebel against them?
I think, of course, basis of Islam, you don't disrespect your elders, don't disrespect your
course.
parents. Okay. Now, how do you speak out without disrespecting?
There has to be boundaries.
Yeah.
You just follow these boundaries, speak respectfully, and your opinion is like as equal as theirs. Like,
Okay, but how would you go about disagreeing with a Muslim Arab parent without them feeling disrespected? How would you go about that?
I feel like the hierarchy itself is what makes it seem disrespectful for us to speak out.
Yeah. Because if I were to speak out on something you were saying, it's fine.
That's fine.
But
yeah.
someone older than me, I would speak about something they're saying, oh, no, how could you?
How could you exactly like? That has to do with the hierarchy itself. So we need to we have to overcome it in a way. So that's the basis of what I was asking. Like, how are we supposed to overcome the hierarchy?
It starts with maybe understanding.
Understanding,
Yeah.
mutual understanding.
Mutual understanding.
Because we as like the lower beings in the hierarchy have to understand where these people are coming from, and they have to understand where we're coming from. Without mutual agreement, mutual understanding, it's not gonna work. It can't be one-sided. You can't waste your energy on that because it's never gonna work.
Never.
It's just like it's like that. That's the basis of all types of conversations and debates and whatever. There has to be a sort of like mutual understanding and respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you manage to reach that, then I think the hardest part is over.
Yeah.
If you were to, like, I'm talking to you, you're very passionate about an idea, and I say, listen, it's a good idea, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So now, how, like, isn't it hard to break the news to someone you love that the idea that they love is hard? Now,
The truth
that same
hurts.
exactly. So it's like you go to someone older than you, they have this sort of idea or this sort of image of something, right? You go to them, and first of all, watch your tone, please. Watch your profanity, please, right? You go respectful. I believe in something called sandwiching the bad,
Yeah.
right? You start with good, you say the bad, you end with good, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's just like form of communication more than breaking the social hierarchy.
Yeah.
But it's a way to get your point across to this person without, number one, being disrespectful, number two, making them feel less than, and number three, actually getting your point across.
Because at the end of the day, you're taking them from جحيم الجهل to نعيم الوعي. That's what you're doing. Like overall, if you're aware, if you're aware that what you're doing is doing a good impact on that person or said people, then that's completely fine. Speak your mind about it as long as you're being respectful and understanding, and you know you're aware that what the point that you're bringing up is actually gonna have a positive impact on the person.
Yes.
Then speak your mind. Do not be afraid to speak out. Yeah. Girl. Okay, go on.
Okay. So we've covered, I mean, we haven't covered, but we've gone over in schools, in education. Now let's go over just like workplaces. Yeah. Do you have something to say about that?
Well, me and you both, I don't think we have like a first-hand experience in the working field.
I'm your boss.
Guys, she beats me every day. She gives me these episodes. She gives me 1 hour long episodes studied, and she's like, "I want them tomorrow." Actually, you don't. Actually, give me like a week to edit them. Actually, it's on me. But Dana's a very kind boss, guys. I didn't mean it. I don't mean it. So I'm gonna throw an example out there of my mom, my dear mother. Okay, my mother is an Arabic teacher in a private school. Okay. She works as if she's 3 people in one. She does all her presentations by herself. هي منسقة القسم تبع العربي 5 and 6 and 7. Don't do it. Don't do 6, 7. Yeah. She does all of that, and she still doesn't get as much value or as much like appreciation as she does compared to other people. Why? Because maybe the other people are relatives of the principal. Maybe the other people have been working longer than she has in that set school, but they don't do half the work she does. Maybe because these people, blah blah blah. There are so many things that can impact what a hierarchy really is, even if you work hard to prove yourself. Even if you've been there long enough to have respect and have a name in said environment.
So I wanted to bring up actually something related to the workplace and like environments and stuff like that. This is something I notice in I'll say most schools. Okay, I'm talking about schools. It's like people are afraid to say their opinions in front of people who are higher than them. Like they don't want to. They change their
Because
opinions.
they know they'll be impacted.
So so what?
They
So
know
what?
okay. Look, when your job is on the line, when
Your
you're
job isn't on. No.
the consequences of your actions do exist.
No, okay, but not something that severe. Like something very simple. Like for
Oh,
example,
simple.
yeah. For example, like for us, like the principal would have an opinion in something, right? I disagree with your opinion. Why don't I? Why am I so scared to tell her?
Exactly. Like I think I understood what you mean. What you mean, because like an opinion as simple as that and a detail as simple as that can change the whole flow of a workplace. It can change the whole flow of an environment to the better. It doesn't have to be for the worst. You're part of that workplace. You're literally part of the workplace. You're supposed to be contributing your ideas and your opinions.
And two things.
Yeah.
Number one, like I'll say to like my principal and how I know her, she's the type of person who'll take your opinion. Like I feel like she gets bothered by the fact that you don't tell her your opinion more than you telling her. Number two, if you were to get consequences for simply showing an opinion, then I don't think you should be in that place. I don't think you belong in that place. If you get like consequences for literally just stating an opinion, why do you want to be there? Right?
You're right. Like an authoritarian workplace or whatever. I'm getting political. An authoritarian
My favorite.
workplace is never gonna work because you've employed people not only for them to be working hands in the workplace or the environment. No, you've employed them to have a better workplace, to have better productivity, and to do that you have to consider every part, from the janitor to the teacher to the student to the workers, everybody.
So now I think we'll go over the last point in this hierarchy sort of conversation. Let's talk about this is gonna be weird, but like friend hierarchy.
It's like when you have like a big friend group, like or those girls at the back of the bus, and there's a clear leader in the
Oh
middle.
my
Like there's a
God.
clear leader that's leading. It's like one girl or boy or whatever, and they have their little minions.
You fight with one, you fight with the pack.
Yeah, but like when it's a minion, it's fine. But when it's the leader of the pack, you've got the entire family tree coming at
I
you.
don't think that's healthy at all.
At all.
At all.
Why are we putting these people on a pedestal?
Like
What's the
and
point of
it's
it?
for the demonstrators. It's for either one, either they're the rudest,
Yeah.
either they started the group. What are we talking about, you guys? They're
Exactly.
literally friends.
I remember. Okay, guys, this may seem a little bit weird, but I go back home by a bus, not by car.
Sorry.
Anyway, so I sit like at the middle section of the bus. I never sat in the back. I don't like the back. Okay, but the girls on the back, they would generally give you a stroke if you spent 1 hour with them, which I'm so thankful I don't spend over like half an hour in the bus. One day, they were literally competing between each other. I don't care if they see this, by the way. They were literally competing about who can bark the loudest. Who can bark? They were like straight up whooping at each other. Like what? It was so bad. And then they yelled to the rest of the bus, "Guys, what other sounds do you want to hear?" And then I think I yelled something out along the lines of, "For you to shut up." That's what I yelled out. I was saying it was a joke, by the way. I wasn't being serious. One girl heard that. One girl from the back of the bus heard that, and she's like, "Guys, she's making fun of us. She's saying that our voices sound like donkey." I never said that. Okay, it's like I'm part of the hierarchy too. Like the girls at the back of the bus are at the very top of the hierarchy, and I'm at the very bottom. Just because I'm not friends with them, I don't know. Like, I'm sorry. Like this is
It's
just
very.
like, This is just like an experience of mine. I don't have a point to make, but I'm just like
No,
showing how bizarre it is.
it is. And Madan, I'll tell you what, I'm a part of the people who sit at the back of the bus.
Are you barking?
No, no, no. So there are the people who sit in the back, and it's a sort of like they bully the people around them. Like we have genuine bullies.
as weaker. They
Yeah.
perceive as weaker.
Yeah, this was like not right now. Like they're not the girls on my bus right now. This was some time back. Yeah, around like some time back. Like they just like bully the people around them for absolutely no reason, and then they go around and like I don't know. It was never okay when you do something back to them. I think that's maybe a thing of ego or something like that.
Yes, but I don't get why it's so satisfactory to them.
Yes, I like.
What's the point? Is it a source of entertainment? How can another person's like shame or embarrassment or like pain in a way can like be of any sort of pleasure, like a thing of pleasure to you? I'm sorry.
It's like, you know, most people say it's because they've been through it and they want to do it to other people. I don't get it. I don't
think
get
they
it.
just want to maintain that image of being superior to other
Yeah.
people. To maintain that image, they have to bully the weaker. They have to seem that they're stronger and like more capable of ruling than the other
so
people
they can
are.
stay on the top.
So they pick on the people who are easy to pick on, so that they can seem stronger and more muscular or whatever. I don't know.
No, but it's so like I don't know. It's beyond me, bro. And I genuinely don't get when it's like it really is a hierarchy. Like we're talking about it like it's a pyramid. It's
Yeah,
it's
it's literally
it's
a pyramid.
literally a pyramid.
Except that we've got like it's like an inverted pyramid. Like the people who are the weak are like the little guys at the top, and the girls at the back of the bus are like the. You get what I'm talking
Yes,
about?
yes.
Like the base
And
of
it-
the pyramid up there.
Yes, it goes even like beyond. Let's say like the back of the bus. We're
Yeah.
giving you the example the back of the bus. It's
I hate the back of the bus.
I said the back of the bus. I've
I don't
been
care.
sitting at the back of the bus.
I
Now,
don't
yeah.
care. I hate it, bro. Yeah.
So it goes really beyond that. It's like in a friend group, some people won't speak out to their friends in fear of
being kicked out from the
Yeah,
friend
being
group or
kicked out.
ostracized.
something like that. Like, how do you guys call yourself friends?
I think around 9th grade I started really noticing that, and like I started being like at the beginning of 10th grade I started being the most brutally honest person you can think of.
You've been
The
brutally honest. You've always been.
Well, yeah, but I mean towards like other people,
Oh,
like
yeah,
not,
yeah.
you know. I mean, as in like, for example, just gonna like throw an
Friend
example out there, like a girl who's like the popular girl in the class and knows everybody and can speak to everybody. She's like, hey, can I sit next to you in the exam so you can cheat me off? No,
Yeah, no.
no. Why?
That's
Because
how you break. You blunt.
I
and you
studied-
break the hierarchy.
you didn't study. It's not my problem. Like, I'm sorry, face the consequences of your actions. Why do I have to be responsible for you? Why do you think that you have such power over me that I'm just gonna blindly agree with you and say yes, that you can copy off of me, you can take my homework? I
We're
feel
not in a Disney movie.
I'm not
bro.
being picked on, by the way. I'm not being picked on. I am the last person you can pick on. حتى منطقيا يعني I'm 175 and they're like 150. منطقيا bro.
That's so funny. Guys, I think we're ranting a bit, but I think you get
I
what
feel
we
like
mean.
This episode is more of like a conversation between me and Dana more than it's
You're
like
just
questions.
listening.
Like, you're just listening, okay? This is like, you can just like steal our opinions. No, I'm kidding. Maybe,
Maybe.
steal our opinions and
But for it.
plagiarize them as your own.
No.
That's fine.
Not mine. I like to be high. Anyways, guys, we're trying to do shorter episodes, so I think we'll end it here. Before we end it,
Only 30 minutes.
damn. Do you have anything to say?
Break free of the constraints of society, of society's expectations, and all the constraints that they put on you. Be your true self and never fear anybody else, because you are your only limit. Actually, the skies are your only limit. Even you, like, you don't let yourself be your only limit. Like, even then, other people can't. Don't let other people influence you. Don't let outer things impact you. Like, you get what I mean, right?
Yes.
I'm just like yapping now.
Yes, no, I'm so with you.
Yeah.
And lastly, guys, always, always, always believe that
In yourself.
in yourself. Never let the person in front of you, the higher person in social status, make you see less of yourself.
Don't think of yourself as inferior just because the other person has more of a status than you in that said environment.
And never make yourself smaller to fit them.
Yes.
Bye, guys. We love you so much.
Love
Tell
you
us
guys.
tell us if you like these like conversational type
Yes.
Bye.
We're up for them.
Yes.
Yes. Bye bye.
Bye.